Hey, good evening to you, and welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as we are here on Digger Vision. Montana Tech taking on the Argos of the University of Providence. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, as we get ready for the men's game as the Digs taking on the Argos for the first time this year. JT, where do you want to start this thing? Should we talk conference? Should we talk both teams right out of the gate? How would you like to do it?
Let's talk conference. We haven't done that.
All right, let's talk conference. Here is your men's standings in the Frontier Conference coming into today. You've got Montana Tech and Rocky Mountain College and the University of Providence all sitting at 3-1 on the men's side. Western is 2-2. Carroll College 1-3, and Northern is 0-4 so far in Frontier Conference play.
Yeah, well, let me tell you a little bit about this Providence team. This guy reinvented a whole new team in months, and he is at the top of the pack. That's one heck of a coaching job, because to bring in players that haven't played together, develop a culture, do all that stuff that you have to at this level, he's obviously executed that, and hurrah and good job by him, because I know how hard coaching is.
So that is kind of how things look as far as the Frontier Conference goes. This Montana Tech team still nationally ranked number 11 in the country. Let's start there. What makes this Tech team tick, and what's going to make them successful as the rest of the year goes?
Well, they're a well-coached basketball team. That's the first tick that we go off with. Secondly, they have depth that nobody else in the conference has, and that's what makes them exploit everybody. They've got 5 guys coming off the bench that can start everywhere else, and they're playing here at Montana Tech and accepting the fact that they're going to come off the bench and get the job done. And he's been really, a couple of his freshmen have done an outstanding job, so he's put it all together. And the last thing that's important is how well they play defense. And when the game is on the line, crunch time, how creative they get and how strong they are. They're so used to winning that they don't accept losing as a part of the game.
You know, as you take a look and we talk defense, let's take a look at the overall numbers. The offensive numbers are pretty similar again, both averaging just shy of 82 points a game. Thanks, Chris. And from there, you know, the shooting percentages are pretty close. The Argos at about 46% shooting, Montana Tech at 49% shooting. But the next couple numbers are where there is the discrepancy, as Montana Tech averaging 61.3 points a game. That's how much they're giving up defensively. On the other side, the Argos averaging about 78 points a game, giving up that average. And then from there, Montana Tech's defense only allowing their opponent to shoot at 38%. The Argos at 44%. So again, it all comes back to that defense that Coach Adam Hyatt has installed here over the last several years, and they are certainly driven by defense.
Well, I'm a little different breed of cat as a coach. I think it takes longer, especially if you have a nucleus of new people, to build your defense like you'd have it. And some coaches have the philosophy, we're just going to shoot the 3 and score. Don't worry too much about defense. This guy from Montana Tech, he puts an emphasis on it. If you can't play defense, you eat popcorn on the bench, because you're not going to play. And that's the difference. It's what you push as a coach that becomes important.
Well, we're about to get our starters here. So again, thanks for joining us. Frontier Conference action. We will try and let me get on that page. I'm going to try and grab standings here for the other games as well to make sure we stay on top of that. And we'll see what the Frontier Conference shakes out here, because, well, it is the Frontier Conference, and who in the heck knows what's going to happen tonight.
Yep, here we go.
All right, so we're about to get our starters here. So with that, let's take a look here. Your Providence starters. This is my understanding who we are going to see here tonight. As you take a look down through there, Boyd Jr., Antoine Boyd Jr. comes in. He is averaging, what are we looking at here? 18.1 points a game, basically, if he's to play a full 40 minutes. He's 13 points a game average for the Argos. Also, you have Chavez there. Chavez at about 11 points a game. And then you have to watch out for Jameel Bowles. Bowles averaging 16 points a game for the Argos. This Argos team is, if they don't lead the nation, they're awfully close to the top of the charts as far as 3 points attempted. They're averaging, I want to say, 26, 27 threes a game is what they're putting up. They're putting down 10, nearly 11 a contest.
Well, that's extremely good shooting from the three-point line, but I'll go back to JT's philosophy. You live and die by the three. If you're not on top of your game with that three, then you better have something else you can mix and match down on the block and getting into the paint.
Nicholas and Tanasov averaging 13 a game, and then you have Mike Wright Jr. at 14 points a game for the Argos. Their starting five are really, they're strong, and they're going to put up a lot of time. Coach isn't going to go to the bench a whole lot. We'll probably see two guys that'll see decent minutes. There might be another two that might come in if they're up or down. But really kind of a thin bench for the University of Providence. So kind of expect their starting five to be on the floor an awful lot.
Well, they should be, because they're all averaging in double figures, and that's something you don't see in the game of basketball. But they cannot get in foul trouble. I'll tell you that right now. Their depth is not equivalent to what Montana's bench players are capable of when they come in.
Well, let's take a look at the starting five here for Montana Tech. Keely Bake, Hayden Decons, Michael Ure, Ifanye Okeke, and Hayden Cook, or Braden Cook, rather, your starting five for the Orediggers. They're led by, you're looking at Michael Ure, a little over 14 points a game. You've got Braden Cook at 13 points a game. Hayden Decons at about 12 points a game. And then Keely Bake had himself a really nice ball game this past Thursday. He's averaging 10 points a contest for Montana Tech. And I missed Okeke. Ifanye Okeke is averaging just under 11 points a game and about 7 rebounds a game for the Orediggers.
Yeah, they share the basketball. That's why they're all pretty close to each other as far as double figures are concerned. And they know who to get the ball to in clutch time. They know who. He does a great job of running sets and getting the ball to who he wants it. I'm interested in the matchup with Michael Ure here today at the block.
That is certainly going to be a big factor here.
Is this a big game? First place is on the line. You bet it's a big game.
So again, thanks for joining us here. Montana Tech taking on the University of Providence. And this one is ready to roll. Men's basketball in the Frontier Conference. University of Providence 3-1 in conference. Montana Tech also 3-1 in conference. The Argos get the tip, and we are underway. So the Argos into the offensive side as Mike Wright lobs it down to the block, and Michael Ure will get the interception.
Yeah, that was not a very good pass. He's got to get it up over the top. He threw it too flat. Nice defense.
Keely Bake will bring it down. Montana Tech will set things up offensively here as Ifanye Okeke to Cook.
Providence in a 2-3 zone.
They'll go into the high post. Now up top. Ball fake there by Bake. Bake takes his way into the paint. Bounce pass underneath to Ifanye. That one's tipped out, and it will be Argo basketball.
Left his feet. You don't see that very often.
Argos in transition as Boyd Jr. has it. Boyd tried to feed it on the inside, and that one's taken away by Ure as well. Michael Ure to Keely Bake. Bake out to Ifanye. Now to Decons. Three-point shot. Michael Ure, back of the rim, no good. Defensive rebound by Bowles. Bowles, a senior out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Bowles, double teamed. Comes all the way up top to Wright. Wright, back to Chavez. Brian Chavez, a junior. Rifles it out to the right wing. Out to Boyd. Boyd with the left hand around a screen. Driving, Boyd will take it to the rack. Nice take by Boyd, and he'll roll it in.
Good drive, good take.
Argos jump up early, 2-0. First basket of the night. Into the high post it goes to Okeke, and he is going to be fouled.
I was waiting to see if they were sitting in that zone or if they changed up to man-to-man. I'd like to see if coaches change up their defenses.
Looks like Atanasov will pick up the personal. Nikolai Atanasov, first personal foul, first team foul. Braden Cook gets the inbound. Inside it goes to Michael Ure. Loose double team out to Decons. Decons into the paint. Decons with the right hand rolls it in.
A zone can be like a sieve if you want to penetrate it, and that's what Decons did.
2 minutes gone. 2 points on each side of the equation. Argos with it. Here on the near side, Boyd. Boyd passes left. Now it goes out on the wing to Tanasov. He'll get the bounce pass underneath, and he will be fouled.
Yeah, Okeke got him.
Look at that. Thank you very much. We get a beverage delivered.
I like your wife. I don't like you. If that means anything to you.
I'm fully aware.
Okay.
And the same goes for her. She likes you. She doesn't like me. Chavez will lob it in. Tanisov. Pass goes up top. Quick step, jump shot from the left elbow is up and out, no good. It's tipped back in by Atanasov.
I thought Michael Ure accidentally tipped it in.
That's
We'll give Tanisov the credit for it, but they're going into this 2-3 zone.
Keely Bake up top, moving right, gets it back.
Middle of the key, top of the lane, free throw line is open.
Argos leading 4-2 in the paint. Nice floater that time, Hayden Decon.
All night long.
4-4 our score. Antoine Boyd Jr. out to Chavez on the left wing. He lost his footing, lost the ball for a moment. Back here on the near side. Nice cut on the baseline, reverses up and in for Boyd. Antoine Boyd Jr. rolls that one in. The Argos up 6-4. Decon's around a high screen. He'll drive into the lane. Floater is up. They wave the shot.
Yeah, he got him up just inside the free throw line. He wants the bucket, but anybody out in the double figures always wants the bucket. He's not going to get it.
Ryan Chavez will pick up the personal foul. That's his first, second team foul on the Argos. Down on the bottom right side, Keely Bake. Bake across the baseline, comes out to OKK. Back here to Bake. Bake, jump stop, feeds it inside. Nice pass, nice finish by OKK.
Penetration's really a weapon right now for Montana Tech.
Fournier OKK rolls that one in. Looking for the backdoor cut. Handoff left side, Chavez, double team. Looking for the interior. Follow-away jump shot, hits the iron, no good. OKK with a rebound. In transition, Cook puts on the brakes, leaves it for Decons. And Montana Tech will spread it out here. Tied up 6-all. Decons in the high post. He'll put up the floater inside. That one rattles out, no good.
Against this zone, that's open all night long. He's got to knock those down.
As back into the offensive side come the Argos. Great pass down on the block that time, and Atanasov puts that one down.
Well-run offensive play.
Argos leading by 2. Argos shooting 67% here in the opening minutes. Montana Tech at 60%. Ifanye just inside the free throw line, floats that one in.
Truthfully, they can shoot that all night long. They just got to be able to make it.
Tied up 8-all. Argos into the offensive side. Far left wing with it is Boyd. Boyd gets past his defender, puts up the shot, no good. OKK will clear it out the other way. OKK out to Cook. Cook fires in transition, no good. Boyd with a rebound. And here come the Argos in transition. Down the left side to the rack. It's up and in for Chavez.
This Providence team has great quickness.
Argos back up by 2. We've been tied a couple times. Montana Tech has not had the lead here in this opening frame. Fournier out on the edge. Looked at Keely Bake for the deep 3, down to OKK. Double team, nice pass inside to Decons. He goes down incredibly hard. And the Argos back the other way. Boy, Decons hit the tarmac hard. Up top, drifting right with it is Wright. Mike Wright Jr. spins on the baseline. They're going to go 5 wide here. Atanasov comes out to set a screen. They get it out to him. He's going to fire the 3. Rattles out. Michael Ure with a rebound. Keely Bake back into the offensive zone. Bake near side. Decons. Decons cross to Cook. Cook into the high post. Underneath, Decons gets the pass and the points.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of entering the ball into the middle of the zone and finding open people.
10-10 our score as the Argos come across the timeline. Controlling the rock is Bowles. Tanisov hands it off to Boyd. Boyd takes his way to the rack and takes it up for 2. That's a great take by Antoine Boyd.
That is an outstanding shot.
Cook down to Decons. Decons on the wing. Now up top, Keely Bake. Bake enters to Fee. Out to Decons. Decons has 6 points for Montana Tech right now. Picks up his dribble, needs help, moves it across to Fee. OKK, follow-away jumper, hits the back of the iron. Chavez with a rebound. Argos by 2. Chavez, loose double team. Bobbled there for a moment by Bowles. He's going to fire from deep. That one no good. The Argos 0 of 3 from the three-point line. Keely Bake get a fire in transition. That one won't go. And the Argos will go the other way. The Argos lead by 2, 12-10. Both teams trying to get something going on the offensive side. Wright has Keely Bake on him defensively. Wright get a pull up and fire from the elbow. That one's no good. Tipped all the way back out to Wright. He'll drive right to the rack. And Wright gets it. Great job on the in the paint that time to tip that to the wing. Wright got it and just went right to the hole with it.
Yeah, Tech is having some minor breakdowns on defense. They got to clean it up. Good job by the Argos of attacking the basket.
14-10, the Argos up over Montana Tech with 12:17 left to play here in the first half. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back here after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed.
12:17 left to play here in the first half. The Argos leading 14-10. The Argos shooting 54% from the floor. Montana Tech at 46% right now. The big difference is rebounds. UP with 8 rebounds right now. Montana Tech with 4.
Yeah, the name of the game is boards. Boards and free throw shooting, and Montana Tech's having some minor breakdowns defensively. They've got to get that cleaned up out here. I love the quickness of this Providence team. I'll tell you what, and I see why they lead the nation or whatever they're doing from the three-point line, because these guys are, you can see how athletic they are. Obviously good shooters based on the stats you gave me earlier.
Argos leading 14-10. 12:17 left to play here in this first half. As the teams huddling up, chatting it over here. Looks like we'll see a couple substitutions in. The Argos will bring in Shaw, and on the other side, I saw Keely Bake with water. We're going to get a guard change here as Josh Kulanjos will come in, as does Levi Torgerson. And actually kind of a fresh squad in here, as also out there, Rhett Reynolds and Carson Peffer on the floor for the Digs. Hayden Deacon's the only one who stays on the floor for Montana Tech. Right at the line, gets the three-point play good. 5-point lead for the Argos. That's their biggest of the evening. Torgerson, Peffer back to Torgy, right side. Torgerson sets a screen up top. Feeds it inside to Peffer. Peffer, left corner, Kulanjos to Torgerson. Pass goes out on the right side. Three-point shot. Decons gets it.
Yeah, he's the guy who's got to pick this up a little bit. It's a different look again with this new group in here versus this zone. They went 1-2-2 that time.
Hayden Decons 9 points already. Wright goes up, lost the ball, and they're going to say out of bounds off of a hustling Rhett Reynolds. So that will remain Argo basketball in their offensive zone. Pass comes in on the far left side to Bowles. Bowles down to Chavez. Chavez on the wing. Step back, fires the three. That one's up and in. Chavez knocks it down.
Can't play defense any better than that. That's a nice shot.
5-point lead for the Argos. Tech the other way. Torgerson's going to pop. Levi Torgerson no good. Rhett Reynolds went up a little early. Argos in transition. Down the floor comes Wright. Wright gets stood up.
He bailed because he traveled before the whistle.
So a block call is going to go against Hayden Decons.
I'm finally coming to the grips that there probably should be 4 or 5 referees out here. The game has changed so much, and the quickness and the athleticism.
Argos lead by 5. Again, Decons gets the foul. Bounce pass underneath. Boy, got some separation. Jameel Bowles puts it off the glass and in. 7-point lead here for the Argos. They're shooting 60% from the floor.
Yeah, they're going 1-2-2. They're taking that entry pass into the high post away.
Peffer around a screen, fires the 3. That one hits the back of the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Jameel Bowles. Bowles across midcourts. Little switch to his right hand, goes down in the deep corner to Boyd. Boyd has Torgerson on him. Boyd fires, lost the handle on it, out of bounds. That's going to be basketball going to Montana Tech. Levi Torgerson went body to body with him. And the Digs will get it back here, trailing by 7. Montana Tech into the offensive side. Braden Cook back out onto the floor for the Digs. He'll get it on the right wing. Tried to rifle it underneath. Down to Peffer. Peffer inside. Mashad out to Torgerson. Torgerson gets
Big bucket.
Levi Torgerson trims the lead to 4. The Argos leading 20-16. Midway point here of this first half. Chavez with the rock. Connor Mashad on him defensively. Chavez step back, fires another 3. That one goes wide left. Torgerson the other way. Into the offensive side, Braden Cook. Nice pass to Decons. Decons in the high post. Bounce pass underneath to Mashad. Mashad puts it up off balance. Late whistle. And it looks like Mike Wright is going to get the foul. So Wright will pick up the personal. That is his first personal foul, 3rd team foul. And Connor Mashad at the line. Mashad 65% from the foul line this year. And Mashad gets the first.
You know, as deep as Montana Tech goes, you really, as a coach, you really have to trust your players. And he has absolute trust whoever he puts out here on the floor.
Yeah, I think if you earn your way onto the floor, the trust is there.
Well, you aren't getting on the floor if it isn't.
Bingo. Mashad's second is money. So the freshman goes 2 of 2 from the foul line, trims the lead to 2. And the Argos the other way. Bowles drifts down to the bottom right corner. 3-point shot, no good. Torgerson gets another one. Down the floor left side, Connor Mashad stops at the arc. Kicks it across. Nice bounce pass to Mashad. Mashad goes up, shot blocked, comes back to him in traffic, clears it near side. Torgerson for 3, gets another one.
There's your role players picking up your offense.
Torgy knocks that one down. And the Argos across the timeline. Around the arc. Montana Tech grabs their first lead of the game. Nice pass inside as Atanasov puts that one in.
Backside help got there too late. Nice pass over the top.
Atanasov has 6 points. He's 3 of 5 from the floor. The Argos back up by 1. They have led by as much as 7. Montana Tech with the basketball. Right side, it goes out to Peffer. Peffer gets it off there to Decons, down to the deep corner to Cook. Cook fires, rims out. Decons tip the rebound, but the Argos the other way quickly. Bowles. Bowles bounce pass out to the wing, 3-point shot. That one goes over the backboard. This Argo team just loves transition. They're going to get out and go. Some words being exchanged here.
That's all right. You got to talk to each other.
Argos by 1, 22-21. 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Frontier Conference action.
Back in their 1-2-2 look.
Hook into the high post, now in the corner it goes. Peffer for 3, and Peffer drains it. Peffer, his first basket of the day. He has 3 points, and Montana Tech goes up by 2. Argos with it here on the near side. As Swanson has it. Swanson, a freshman out of Washington. Right on the baseline. Jump shot is up and out, no good. Offensive rebound. And the Argos will reset. Deep three, no. Big rebound by Decons. To Torgerson in transition, right side Peffer. Peffer down to the baseline. Great pass into Decons, and he'll finish.
Got to keep somebody in the middle. That zone will open up. It just did right there. Nice pass.
Decons with 11. He's the leading scorer on the floor. Montana Tech up by 4. 7-11 left to play first half. Argos, Swanson, travel.
Yep, he left 4.
4-point lead for the Digs. They'll get the ball back here. Montana Tech leading 26-22. Chavez will check in. Wright will go out. And looks like Michael Ure will come in. Hayden Decons will get a quick breather. Decons has battled since he has been on the floor.
That's what his MO is. He
That's
is
it.
just hard-nosed, tough.
Braden Cook around to Peffer, now down to Michael Ure. As it comes on out to Keely Bake. Bake on the inside to Ure. Michael Ure spins in traffic, fights his way up.
No, he walked.
Yep, he's going to get the travel call. 4-point lead for the Digs.
A person in the middle, when they receive the ball, they just got to turn and face unless they got a quick outlet immediately to the three-point line, and Michael didn't do that.
6:48 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leads by 4. And as we get ready for next week, Montana Tech, a pair of home games, as on Thursday, Northern will be in town. As the Skylights and Lights will join us next Thursday. The women will play at 5. The men will follow at 7 o'clock. That is on Thursday. Then on Saturday, the Battling Bears will be in town. 2 o'clock for the women, 4 p.m. for the men, as Montana Tech hosting Rocky Mountain College on Saturday. So Northern Thursday, Rocky on Saturday.
2 tough ones because it's a Frontier Conference.
26-22, Montana Tech leads by 4. You know, UP came out, they got their transition going early. Boy, they really had the rubber on the road, jumped out to a 7-point lead at one point. Now Montana Tech doing a good job in transition. Talk about the difference between Montana Tech crew over the last 6 minutes as opposed to maybe the first 6.
I thought they were in a little bit of a disarray the first 6 minutes, and they have gathered themselves, and they're being real patient now on offense. They're finding the middle of that zone area. They're getting some awful easy shots. They don't have to live and die by the 3. But they have their patience has improved tremendously. I saw them do some things here defensively that I haven't seen them do all year, and they made some mistakes because of lack of communication or whatever.
6:48 left to play here in this first half. Diggs lead by 4. They'll bring a little man pressure. And dribbling down into the offensive zone come the Argos. Pass goes wide left to Swanson. Swanson looking on the interior. Swanson instead backs it out to Bowles. Chavez. Top of the horn. Chavez drives, pass underneath. Swanson has a little bit of a lane. Boy, he might have missed his opportunity. Pump check. That one no good. Montana Tech the other way.
And then he took a tough fall away. You don't like to follow up shooters falling away. This 1-2-2 was designed to keep the ball out of the middle, but it can still get there. Everybody's got to move at the same time in the zone. There it is. He's got to shoot that.
Connor Machad goes up, draws the foul.
Well, eventually he decided to, but they got a wide open shot right away, and they got to take it. It's only a 10-footer.
So Connor Machad will go to the line. He's already 2 of 2 from the foul line today. The personal foul going to be charged to Atanisov.
That is unless the coach tells you, I don't want you shooting it.
There could be that.
I don't know what kind of conversations they have.
Machad, his first, rattles out no good. Machad 65% from the foul line.
You know, a game of basketball, whatever you got to do to win, and Tech is, right now they're in a street fight. This is a good Argo team.
Tech leading by 4, 26-22. Now 27-22, excuse me, as Connor Machad knocks down number 2. Argos here on the near side. Atanisov on the right wing, hands it off to Boyd. Boyd drives into the high post. Into the hands of Bowles. Bowles passed up top. Chavez from his spot, no good. Grabbing the rebound and going the other way, Peffer. as he'll move it out far right side. Keely Bake steps, hands it off to Cook. Cook now, Pfeffer. Pfeffer. Montana Tech moving it around the perimeter. Michael Ure fighting for space inside. Connor Machad gets it at the elbow. Pfeffer, wide open three. Pfeffer, that one rims out. Connor Machad gets the offensive glass and the putback.
That's the other negative about a zone, your ability to block out and screen off and control the boards.
Diggs up 29-22. Handoff on the left wing. Chavez comes here on the near side to Boyd. Boyd, a little head fake, steps back. He'll fire just inside the arc and gets it. Nice looking jump shot by Antoine Boyd.
It had nothing to do with defense. That's a great offensive shot.
Senior from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Back in 2-3, they're mixing these zones up. The middle's wide open again. So's that three-point line.
Keely Bake, no good. Connor Machad fights another rebound down, and he's going to be fouled. How about that? Connor Machad is just battling on the inside right now for Montana Tech.
Trust in your bench.
Machad, 5 points on the day. He's 3 of 4 from the foul line. He has 4 rebounds already. And Connor Machad, he has made a huge impact this year.
Yeah, he's going to be another one who's going to walk out of here with a $200,000 year degree, and he's going to be a great player before it's all over.
You know, Connor Machad last year played in his, maximum number of games and keep his red shirt. And you could see some games at clicking, some games trying to get in there. And, well, I'll tell you, he has put the work in, and he has just been strong this season.
He certainly has.
Tech leads by 6. Their largest lead was 7. Connor Machad trying to match that, and he does. 31-24, the Diggs up over the Argos. Thanks for joining us here as we make our way through it. Argos into the offensive side, right wing Boyd. Boyd behind the back, drives into the paint, out to Chavez. Ball fake. Chavez drives, gets it off the glass and in.
That's a good hard take, took it to the body.
Out to the far right side, Montana Tech controlling. Kulonges now to Bake. Tech a 3-guard, actually almost even a 3-point guard unit out there. Kulonges, pull-up jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Comes right back to him. He'll attack. That one won't hit the iron. Michael Ure gets a travel call. So Michael Ure gets hit with a travel.
From my favorite ref, too.
And that will go to the Argos. Okay. Argos into the offensive side. Here's Boyd. Boyd, top of the horn, goes with the right hand. Drives, puts up the floater. That one rattles out. And an offensive is going to go on Boyd as Connor Machad draws the charge.
He held his ground. That's a great read by him.
Diggs lead by 5. Montana Tech down the floor. Kulonges with the rock. Out in front of him is Connor Machad. Around the screen, Kulonges comes back here to Michael Ure. Ure in the corner. Cook fires. Cook hits the iron, no good. And here come the Argos back the other way. Montana Tech 4 of 12 from the 3-point line right now. Spinning, attacking, and that's a great take by Jameel Bowles.
Yeah, Tech doesn't seem to be closing the lanes down like I've seen them before, and these guys are really good one-on-one, and that's what they want to play, and they're being very effective with it.
3-point lead for the Diggs as Jameel Bowles at the line. Again, the senior out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
They have tremendous quickness, and that adjustment will be made at halftime against quickness.
Bowles, chance at a 3-point play, rims out. Connor Machad, another rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Boyd. Boyd came up over the top. That is Boyd's second personal foul, and we'll walk the other way. That's team foul number 7 on the Argos, so Montana Tech in the bonus. So Connor Machad at the line. Machad, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists thus far. He's done that in 7 minutes. Machad's free throw, the front half is up and good. 8 points for Machad. He trails Hayden Decons, who leads everybody with 11. His Ironman opening 10 minutes for Montana Tech was fantastic. Second, no good. Rebound by the Argos. Rebound number 15 for the Argos. Remember earlier I mentioned the Argos were out rebounding Montana Tech. That has quickly changed. Montana Tech now leads by 2 in the rebounding margin. Chavez drives from the right wing, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound, Michael Ure.
Outstanding defense by Keely Bake.
Bake back the other way. Great pass to Mashad.
That's a charge, yeah.
And Mashad's going to be hit with the offensive as Chavez gets back and draws the foul. Great job by Chavez getting back in transition. You know, we had a whole lot of talk about how Providence is going in transition offensively. That was outstanding transition defense.
It was. And it gives you cause for why you don't need to wear gear in football, because that was a hit.
A 4-point lead for the Digs. Okay, so you're lobbying for taking pads away in football. Is that what I just heard?
Well, you did after you saw that hit.
Boyd out on the edge, making his way. Bounce pass in traffic, tipped away. Great job, Levi Torgerson. Torgerson punches that one out. Last touch by the Argos, and Montana Tech will inbound.
You know, not enough credit goes to him. He is another high IQ player.
It doesn't matter when he makes impacts every time he's on the floor.
He does.
Coulanges feeds it into the high post to Ure. Ure turns, fires. That one hits the back of the iron, no good. As we'll go back the other way. Both teams kind of cold right now. Deep three is on the way, no good. And Torgerson with another rebound. Torgerson, top of the key, moves it out on the right-hand side. Down to the baseline it goes, out to Coulanges. Three-point shot is up and good. Josh Coulanges knocks it down. Josh's first field goal of the day. And Montana Tech leads by 7. They've led by 7 3 times. Boyd makes his way to the rack. Nice take. Shot won't go, but he will go to the line and shoot a pair.
He has as quick a first step as anybody on the floor.
Fantastic. This Argos roster is from all points of the compass. You've got Hobbs from Philadelphia. You've got Wright from Chicago. Hushaw from Vegas. Boyd from Florida. Bowles from Florida. Brendan Redhead out of Western Australia. Atanisov from Latvia. They've got Washington, Oregon, and even a little Montana thrown in.
One Montana guy?
Oh, there's actually, let's see here. You've got 1, 2, 3. 2 from Great Falls, 1 from Three Forks.
Great Falls guys, freshmen. They red shirts?
Let's see here. Great Falls, Trey Wasson is a senior. Okay. And Stuckman is a redshirt freshman.
Okay. Back to the 1-2-2 zone.
Levi Torgerson, near side, Coulanges. In the corner, trying to find the baseline. They'll move it back out to Torgy on the wing. Now to Coulanges. Peffer had the opening for a moment. Drives, kicks it all the way across. Torgy. Driving inside. Nice take. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds as Hayden Decons with a strong move to the basket. Decons having himself a game. 11 points. He's 5 of 7 from the floor. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Montana Tech will inbound out to Peffer. Shot clock at 3. Coulanges, step back. Fire from the Town Pump logo, no good. Michael Ure with a rebound. Now to Torgerson, looks good. Back of the iron. Michael Ure tracks down another one. Now a fresh shot clock, and Montana Tech will readjust.
Again, the weakness of playing his own.
Montana Tech driving. Down in the corner, Coulanges, 3 ball, comes up short. Chavez the other way. Tech leads by 5, under a minute left to play here in the first half. Buccignani moves it out left side. Actually, that's Hushaw out there, my apologies. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul up top. And that is going to do, it's going to be a hold call, I believe, on Carson Peffer. So Peffer gets his first. And at the line will be Mike Wright Jr., grad student out of Chicago.
3 guards again. I like that ploy with 46 on the clock.
Diggs by 5. Some chatting going on here. Looks like there was some question on fouls, and at the line will be Wright. Wright is 1 of 1 from the free throw line so far today. And the front half of the bonus is good. Wright with 5 points on the day. Montana Tech leading 35-31. And Wright knocks down the second. Tech leading by 3. Providence led for about 8 minutes, the first 8 minutes of this ball game, and then Montana Tech grabbed the lead and has not relinquished it. They lead 35-32. Keeley Bake up top, passes right. Out on that far right side, Cook now inside to Michael Ure. Ure fights his way to the rack, shot no good. Gets his own rebound, now he's fouled. Michael Ure pulls it down, and I believe Wright is going to be called with a hack. So Michael Ure will go to the line.
I'm thinking Providence figured that play out watching film because they had that really well defended.
Ure 68% from the foul line on the year. And his first here is money.
That guy has to work for everything. Hard.
Everything.
Yeah.
Michael Ure on the day. That's his first point. He has 6 rebounds, 2 steals already. Ure's second is money. He's 2 of 2 from the foul line, 0 of 3 from the floor thus far.
See if Argos got a last-second shot designed.
5-point lead here for Montana Tech, 37-32. Have an opening, jump stop, left-handed to the rack. That's a nice take by Bowles. Boy, he had a wide open lane. 3 seconds, Torgy from midcourt. That one goes wide right. We have 20 minutes in the books. Montana Tech leading by 3. Outstanding basketball here from the Great Western Hyper on Digger Vision. As the Digs up over the Argos 37-34. We'll take a break. We'll come back, give you numbers and more after this. Back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as we are at the half. The Digs leading the Argos 37-34 as we have 20 minutes in the books as of right now. As we take a look at the numbers here for Providence, they're shooting 48% from the floor. Then from there, they're 1 of 10 from deep, only shooting 10% from the three-point line and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. For Providence as a team, 16 total rebounds, 6 less than Montana Tech in that first half. Individually, Boyd has 10 points on the day for Providence. From there, you have Chavez with 7, Bowles with 6, Atanasov with 6, and Wright with 5 points on the day for the University of Providence, as their starters are the only ones that have gotten in the books. They have 0 points off the bench. All of their points coming out of their 5 starters thus far.
Yeah, and Tech has held all their starters down. These guys are explosive. I'm absolutely in love with their quickness. Not necessarily in love with their zone, because I think Tech is they've missed some pretty easy shots against that zone. And so the middle's wide open. It is wide open. They go into that 1-2-2, and then sometimes that point guy just gets lazy or whatever he does, but he doesn't get in there. So that's definitely where they want to go. And this team is not going to come out of that zone unless they're losing big, or maybe down the stretch they got to play some man-to-man. And they got the people capable of playing man-to-man.
Montana Tech on the other side, shooting 36% from the floor and 29% from the three-point line. Individually, Hayden Decons leads the Digs with 11 points. He is the only Orediger into double figures. He's 5 of 8 from the floor, a pair of rebounds and 1 assist. As Decons 11 points, he played in 15 minutes in that first half. From there, you're looking at Connor Machad with 8 points. The bulk of his points from the free throw line. He is 6 of 8 from the line. He has 4 rebounds on top of it. From there, you also have Levi Torgerson with 6 points. He knocked down 2 deep threes. Ifeanyi Okeke with 4 points. Kulanjis with 3. Michael Yor with 2. And Carson Peffer with 3 points on the day for Montana Tech. 22 total rebounds for the Digs, 9 of those offensive. Those have turned into 9 second chance points for Montana Tech in that first half.
Montana Tech's bench has come off and done an extraordinary job. It's why they have a 3-point lead up here.
On the other side, I talked about Providence with no points off their bench. The other side, Montana Tech has 20 points coming off of their bench. Their bench has outscored their starters so far in this ball game.
Yes, that's critical, and that's why this program is so well designed. And he is not afraid to use those rookies coming in, those freshmen, and they're doing a great job. Connor Machad is doing an extremely good job coming off the bench.
37-34 our score. We are at the half, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. We'll talk about the second half. We'll get scores from around the Frontier Conference and more after this. Back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. Orediggers basketball here on Digger Vision. The Digs up by 3. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. JT, walk us through that first half. Really good first half of basketball.
Oh, excellent half. These are two outstanding teams. There's a reason why they're at the top of the pile, and the advantage for Tech, number one is their bench. Number two, it's a home court advantage, and you've got to play well at home, and they're doing that. But the key to this thing always for Montana Tech is when he knows, Coach Hyatt is really smart about who's playing well and who's being defended and who's better. But he can take these people off the bench and put them in the right places, and they just do a good job for you, and they have been outstanding here today.
Well, the other scores from our other games, Carroll is in Havre, taking on the Lights. Carroll leading Northern 49-40. That one just getting underway in the second half, just a couple minutes in. And the other conference game is in Billings as Western taking on Rocky. And right now, Rocky leading Western 35-29. That one is just about ready to get started in the second half.
Well, no upsets on those ends of the courts. Carroll's team, when they came here, I didn't expect a lot. New coach, a lot of new players, and they've got some outstanding quickness, and he seems to be molding that team into what he wants them to be able to do.
That's a look at the Frontier Conference standings coming into tonight's. And we'll see how that alters. As you see there, Rocky Mountain College is leading their game at home. Montana Tech leading their game at home. University of Providence obviously in the mix. And then you have Western, Carroll, Northern. So, again, this is the final time for – this is the last game where we see everybody. And then from here, the Frontier Conference will play everybody 2 more times. So after tonight, you've played everybody once. You have kind of an idea of what you're in for. And then you'll get ready to throw down 2 more times before we get to tournament time.
Yeah, well, you and I have talked forever since I started with you. It's all about holding home and getting splits on the road. And whoever wins on the road is going to be at the top of the tier of this conference when it's over.
As we get ready here for the second half, Montana Tech comes out, getting warmed up here. JT, talk about what Montana Tech wants to get going or what they need to do here in the first several minutes of the second half.
Well, Providence is not coming out of either one of those zones, and so they have got to continue. They've got to talk about exactly where they want the basketball, and they've got to make those short-range jumpers. They're within 5 to 10 feet every time they get one, and finger rolls are out. Just shoot the ball like you normally would. You know, a lot of coaches have come to the philosophy, and I can see Providence is one of them. Steve Keller was one of them when he coached. They don't care what happens in the middle, and that's a destructive place for a team to get the basketball. You got a lot of open passes, a lot of kickouts, and you got that short-range jumper. Everybody relies so much on the three-point line, and the Argos really love the three-point line. They're not shooting it very well today. 10%.
Yeah, only 10%,
yes.
And they've actually, Montana Tech has 7 more three-point attempts than the Argos do.
Yes. Well, you can do that against the zone. I mean, they're giving that up to you. But the Argos, their MO is the three-point line, and they just aren't getting it done, and maybe we'll see a change in that here in the second half.
Fouls, you know, we might have a little bit of an issue here as Atanasov, the post player for Providence, with 3 personal fouls to get this second half underway. From there, you have Wright and Boyd, each with 2 for Providence. On the other side, Montana Tech, you're looking at Okeke with 2, Machad and Pepper each with 2. Okeke picked his up rather early in that, so we didn't see him for, it was probably like the last 10 minutes of the first half, I think.
Well, that's the hole you dig for yourself as a player. You get 2 fouls early, you're going to the bench, and you aren't going to play again until the second half.
Tech leading 37-34 as we get ready for the second half here from the Great Western Hyper. Again, remember, Montana Tech is at home all next week, and they have themselves a pair of home games. And coming up on Thursday, Montana Tech will be taking on Northern. The women will play at 5. The men will follow at 7 as the Skylights and Lights come to Butte, Montana to take on the Orediggers for round 2. Then on Saturday, the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College will be here. The women will play at 2. The men will follow at 4 o'clock as Montana Tech round 2 with Rocky Mountain College in Frontier Conference play.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll be able to join you next week. It's my birthday. I'll be 27 for the 51st time.
What do you think?
Well, I got a bunch of grandkids, and my daughter when pressure comes from you, it's different than when it comes from my daughter.
What?
She wants me to go celebrate my birthday with her. I said, are you expecting me to be gone this next year?
Well, I mean, and granted, it's not every day you turn 170 years old, so
It isn't.
I'll give you that. That's kind of depressing, though.
I quit thinking about birthdays, but she reminds me all the time.
37-34, the Digs up over the Argos. Hayden Decons leads Montana Tech with 11. On the other side, Boyd Jr. with 10 points for Providence.
Yeah, Tech's got to find a way to get Michael Ure on the scoreboard. He's a big influence on their scoring, and he really hasn't. I don't know how many shots he's taken. You do. You got it in front of you there. He's had some short leaners that he hasn't hit, but he needs to score for this team.
Michael Ure?
Yes.
Mike is 0 of 3 from the floor.
Yeah,
2
3
points from the
shots.
foul line.
Michael's got to get a dozen shots a game.
3-point lead for the Digs. They will inbound and control here to get the second half underway. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. A 3-point lead for Montana Tech.
Providence in that zone is also doing a good job of not giving Keeley Bake good, clean looks. Oh, they're going to trap it.
Trap coming. Keeley dribbles through, goes into the high post to Afanye, out to Cook. Cook passes tip, taken away. Providence with the steal, coast to coast. Great Euro step through, and knocking that one down is Boyd.
That's great patience with that Euro.
1-point lead for the Digs. Hayden Decons up top, left side, Keeley Bake. Inside it goes to Michael Ure. Out to Decons, he'll fire, looks good, and it is. Hayden Decons is 2 of 2 from downtown. He has 14 points today.
Well, when you're running a zone, you pick out players you want shooting the three, and Decons is one of those because he didn't shoot it well early in the season, but he's made him pay the price twice here today.
Right, fires the 3. That one bounces off the iron, no good. And Montana Tech the other way. They'll roll it down as Fee with it. OKK out to Bake. Bake into the lane. Bounce pass in the corner to Cook. Cook fires. Back of the iron, no. Hayden Decons with a rebound. They'll move it around to OKK. They leave the baseline open. He'll put up a floater, no good. Rebound by Bowles.
Should have shot the 3.
4-point lead for the Digs. Shot blocked, actually tipped out to the corner. 3-point shot is up and in from Mike Wright.
That's just a matter of time before the 3s start falling. That's a big one. That's as many as they made in the first half.
Montana Tech across the timeline. Diggs leading 40-39. Down the right side, Hayden Decons. Bounce pass into the high post. Through the lane, it's scooped up, won't go. We're going to get a whistle and a foul as Afanye made the move.
Good patience by Afanye. He studied the whole thing, saw his drive.
Tech leading by 1, 40-39. 18-18 left to play here in the ball game. And Field go to the line. Afanye, a 70% free throw shooter. His first is money. So Field get the ball for attempt number 2. And OKK gets them both. Tech leads by 3. Both teams have led by 7. The Argos did early. Montana Tech did toward the end of that first half. Handoff up top to right, near side Chavez. Chavez fires the 3, no good. Rebound is tipped out, and Braden Cook tracks it down. Hayden Decons, good transition D. Michael Ure with the head fake into the high post. Decons spins, double team on him, kicks it out on the edge. Michael Ure into Decons. Decons with the delayed shot. Won't go. Argos the other way.
Argos defense moved extremely well during that possession.
They got back fast. Wright feeds it down on the block, kicked out to the wing. And a foul as Braden Cook going to be called with the body.
Braden a little frustrated right now. You know, all shooters, if it's not going down, they get inside their own head. He's got to pick it up a notch. He's too good a player.
Argos will inbound. Braden Cook picks up his first personal foul. Argos moving right with it is Boyd. Boyd up top to right. Switch dribble by Wright through the paints. Out on the wing. Trying to find an opening shot clock down to 1. Forced to fire. That one does hit the iron. Offensive rebound and the putback for Jameel Bowles.
That is a monster rebound.
Big time play by Bowles. Montana Tech by 1. The Argos have come out fired up here in the second half. Braden Cook up top to Bake, back to Cook. They'll feed it inside to OKK. Now in the corner it goes to Decons. Decons fires the 3 and gets another one. Hayden Decons is 3 of 3 from downtown. He has 17 points, and Montana Tech leads by 4. 16:44 left to play here in the ball game. The Digs up by 4. We have a timeout. We'll take one. We're back here after this. $16:44 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech leading by 4, 45-41. Other games in the Frontier Conference right now. Rocky Mountain College stretching their lead out over Western. They're up 52-32. That's about 15 minutes left. And in Havre, Carroll is up by 15 over Northern. 61-47 now, I should say, with 12:15 left to play.
Well, those are two teams I expected to win here today.
Montana Tech leads by 4.
Well, I'm glad at least we're announcing the one that's not a blowout because those are difficult to do.
They have a tendency to go that way.
They do.
Montana Tech going to come with full court pressure. Argos will inbound. Full court man. As Boyd brings it into the offensive zone. Cook picks him up way outside the arc. Boyd to Bowles. Providence shooting 50% from the floor here in the second half. Drive on the baseline, shot too short. Chavez hits the iron. Montana Tech the other way.
Great defense. I mean, outstanding by Michael Ure.
Ure up top. He's going to take it to the rack. Ure shot rolls in. Michael Ure, that's his first field goal of the day. He's 1 of 4.
Yeah, they're making him earn everything.
6-point lead for Montana Tech. Far right side with it. Wright drives up top, lost the handle. OKK got a tip on it. Braden Cook will drop it off. And Keely Bake across to Decons. Out to OKK. Fee back up top to Bake. 15:40 left to play here in the ball game. Tech by 6. Keely Bake, nice entry to Fournier. Decons, jump stop in the paint, feeds it inside to Michael Ure. Ure goes up, draws the foul.
Great penetration by Decons. He drew everybody, but he did the right thing. He threw him a bounce pass. Perfect.
So at the foul line, Michael Ure shooting 2. Mike, 68% from the foul line. And Mike is 2 of 2 from the free throw line here today. His first is on its way, front of the rim, no good.
Both teams having to earn everything here today. It's been an outstanding defensive battle.
Tech leads by 6, 47-41. Again, neither team is led by more than 7. They both have had a 7-point lead. Your second is up and good. 7-point lead for Montana Tech. The 4th time they have led by that here today. Providence will try and stop that little run here. Wright moves it up top around a screen to Boyd. Boyd fires the 3, no good. Fee grabs the rebound. OKK gets it off to Bake. The Digs a chance to stretch their lead out here. Bake, good pass on the inside. Decons out on the wing to Ure. Michael Ure in the corner gets it.
Yeah, they moved him from the top. That's a great, I don't know if that was just because of the situation, but that's a great to get him wide open down there because nobody's going to guard him.
Mike puts us up by 10. The Digs leading the Argos 51-41 as the Orediggers up over the University of Providence. Frontier Conference action here on a Saturday. We'll take a break, kids. We're back here to the Hyper after this. (51-41) our score. Montana Tech leading by 10. Their biggest lead of this ball game. The Digs outscoring Providence 14-7 here in the second half. And we are 5 minutes in after the timeout. Back out on the floor here. Again, Montana Tech's bench, huge factor in the first half. We'll see how the remainder of this second half kind of shakes out. Full court man pressure. Or full court pressure, period. Trying to get it in. They'll get it into Bowles, and it will stay full court man as OKK will back out. Bowles goes right around the screen up top to Chavez. Chavez down the left side of the paint. Stops on the baseline. Pass tipped by Decons. Right wing Boyd. Boyd, stutter step through the paint, goes in the corner. Three-point shot is up and out, no good. Huge rebound by Decons. Rebound number 4 on the day for Decons. Tech leading by 10. Providence shooting 33% from the floor here in the second half, 16% from the arc in the second half. While Tech is shooting 58% and then 75% from outside the arc. Great pass to Decons as Koulangas goes inside to Decons. Decons puts it down. He has 19 points on the day.
Great penetration by Koulangas, but even better the pass.
High off the glass, no good. Michael Yor gets the rebound and takes a shot in the eye.
Yeah, took one for the team there.
Koulangas far left wing. Bake now to Michael Yor. Out to Koulangas. 12-point lead for Montana Tech, their biggest of the night. Down in the corner to OKK. Into the high post, Decons. Bounce pass to Bake. Bake for 3. Back of the iron, no. Big rebound, Michael Yor.
Michael Yor is having an excellent second half.
Montana Tech with 11 more rebounds than the University of Providence right now. 11 of those are offensive. Fournier, nice move to the basket, and OKK will put it down.
Showed some great patience. He got 2 of them up in the air and split them.
8 points for Fournier, OKK. Montana Tech by 14. Argos, right wing with it, Swanson. Swanson passes here on the near side to Chavez. Chavez up top, Bowles. Bowles with the left hand, fakes the handoff, goes to Chavez. Little shake and bake on the wing. Koulangas on him defensively. Shot clock down to 4. Chavez, double team, left side, forced to fire the 3. It's up, no good. And Decons with another rebound. That is his 5th.
Superb defense.
14-point lead for Montana Tech. And they have firmly grabbed the momentum here in the second half. Keely Bake from downtown, no good. Michael Yor!
You got hit in the face. You don't upset a guy because he's going to return the favor.
Are you kidding me? Michael Yor grabs a two-handed rebound and just hammers it home. To the baseline, wraparound shot is up and in for Bowles. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Michael Yor. Wow.
He knows, I'm just going to tell you how players think. He knows he didn't have the first half that he wanted, and he's come out here with a lot of fire and has been just great.
Double-double for Michael Ure. 10 points, 10 rebounds. As he grabbed that offensive glass and then just hammered it home.
Angrily.
Very angrily.
Yes, and he's a good-natured guy.
14-point lead for the Digs. Let's see if I can get you updated on our other scores here. Frontier Conference action. Let's see what we have here. Carroll College all over Northern, 71-48. 8 minutes left in that one. That's in the Armory.
Let me help you out. That one's over.
Yeah. And the other one, Rocky up by 16, 56-40 over Western. About 11 minutes left in that one. That's in Billings.
Rocky's solid. Nice basketball team. Love their coach, don't we?
Yes.
Bill Drykosen.
Yeah, Drykosen. They're having an awful good year to start here.
And I'm happy for him because he had a couple tough years. Everybody always, the first thing I want to do is fire a coach, and I no way to fire this guy. He does all the right things.
14-point lead for Montana Tech. The Digs shooting 58% from the floor here in the second half. On the other side, Providence shooting 33%. Montana Tech has all the momentum right now, and Providence needs to do something to stem the bleeding right now. Kulonjis, Torgerson top of the horn, bounce pass into the high post. Peffer underneath, great pass inside. That one's up and in. As knocking it down is Okeke. He has 10.
That play was created by a great entry pass.
Travel call, and that's going to go back to Montana Tech. Boy, all the momentum has swung to Montana Tech right now.
Well, it always swings when you're up by 16. You're pretty happy, but this team's capable of getting back in, so you got to play smart basketball.
Diggs lead by 16. Up top with it, looking on the interior. Bounce pass to Okeke in the high post. He'll fire from 10, and he knocks it down. Montana Tech is just on fire right now. The Digs up 61-43. Chavez with a deep three, no good. Rebound, Peffer. Providence is 1 of 8 from the three-point line here in the second half. And for the game, not a whole lot better. They're 2 of 17 from the three-point line. Kulonjis, three-point shot is up and in.
Well, they're getting the ball into the middle, and everything's opening up, and when you're knocking it down, that other team is in trouble.
Right inside, travel call.
Yeah, good call.
Tech leading 64-43. And like we have seen out of these teams the last couple years for Coach Hyatt, once that ball starts rolling down the hill, it is awfully hard to try and get in front of and slow down.
First time Great Falls has played Providence,
Connor Machad slams it home.
has played man-to-man. That was their first man-to-man stretch.
Tech leading 66-43. Chavez, little head fake, goes in the corner. Three-point shot, that one's no good. Okeke grabs another rebound. That is his fourth. Kulonjis into the lane. Josh puts it up, no good. Whistle and a foul.
Yeah, transition. Great Providence, I keep wanting to call them Great Falls. But Providence did not get back. They did not have a clean transition. Good take to the basket by Kulonjis.
66-43, Montana Tech with the lead. And Josh Kulonjis at the line. Josh, 65% from the foul line on the year. The young freshman gets his first.
Well, I learned something from you just now. I thought he was a JC transfer.
No, he came last year, redshirted a year ago, playing in his redshirt freshman year right now.
I'll forget that by next week, so call me and remind me.
His second is good. 25-point lead. Kulonjis with 8 points. And again, Montana Tech doing significant damage off the bench here. I'll give you those numbers here in just a moment. Argos, Bowles. Bowles outside the arc, makes his way into the high posts. Pass in the corner, three-point shot is up and out. Rebound hauled down by Okeke.
Tech is controlling the boards right now.
Big time. They have 16 more boards than UP. 35-19, the rebounding advantage. Bounce pass underneath. Okeke didn't see it coming.
It was the right idea. Okeke never made the cut.
So that will go out of bounds. Ball back to the Argos. Montana Tech right now has 27 points from their bench. The Argos still do not have a point off their bench. Chavez with 3, no good. High rebound, Peffer brings it down.
Outstanding board by Peffer.
Connor Machad down the floor. Comes out to Torgerson, and we're going to get a travel call.
That's
Goulan just called with a walk.
Yeah, well, that's a missed call. All he did is jump, stop.
25-point lead for Tech.
Only reason Coach Hyatt isn't all over that official right now, he's got a 25-point lead, so he's being a nice guy, which coaches aren't during the game.
9:35 left to play here in this ball game. As down the floor we go. Argos through the lane, spinning with the right hand, back to the left, goes out to the far left, wing and right. Right to the baseline. Jump stop, up top, three-point shot, hits the front of the rim, no good. Chavez gets the rebound. He'll clear it to the right side. 9:10 left to play. Trying to find it, left-handed. Shot won't go. Boy, the Argos just can't buy one right now.
Well, they're not letting them get good looks either. They're playing belly-up defense.
Peffer out to Torgerson. And that's the other one we continue to talk about is that pressure just wears on you. You know, you can get through the first 20 minutes, but the idea of getting through that second 20 minutes is the question. They're going to waive the shot, and the foul's going to go to Mike Wright Jr.
You know, one of the big things in basketball is the adjustments that you make at halftime, and Coach Hyatt is really, really good at that. And you can see the difference in the score now, and that's exactly what has taken place. Plus, he probably, I know it's hard to believe a coach would scream at halftime, but I'm sure he had some messages to send to some of his key players. And there's no such thing as politeness in the locker room at halftime.
Okay.
Unless you got a 25-point lead.
68-43 our score as the Digs up over the Argos. Again, remember next week, pair of home games on Thursday. Northern will be in town. The women will play at 5. The men will follow at 7 as the Skylights and Lights in town on Thursday. Then on Saturday, Rocky Mountain College will be here. The Battling Bears in town. The women will play at 2. The men will follow at 4, and we'll have those for you here on Digger Vision coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm always impressed at how well the role players come off the bench, and they don't lose a step out here, and it's such a huge advantage when you can do that with your team.
Yeah, you look at the bench right now. Montana Tech, 27 points coming off the bench, led by Connor Machad with 10. Josh Kulanjis has 8. Torgerson with 6. And, yeah, the bench just continues to do great work here.
Yeah, and then when you look at it, there's wear and tear on the other team because you got fresh players coming in and going out. And whether people want to believe it or not, there is wear and tear out here.
8:48 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech up 68-43. And the Digs will inbound. Torgerson left side to Cook. Cook up top, Machad. Peffer now back to Torgy. Levi Torgerson. Braden Cook fakes the 3, feeds it into Yor. Yor with the right hand, gets it up. Yep, shot doesn't go, but he will shoot 2.
He got him.
And he did. Personal to Bowles. And I have Bowles, yeah, that's only his first. Kind of surprised by that for how hard he has been playing, for goodness sake.
Well, and he's playing on the perimeter, and he got caught inside with the post player, and you're in trouble there.
Michael Yor, his first free throw attempt here is up and in. 11 points for Mike. He's 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Double-double for Mike today. 11 points, 10 rebounds.
He's been the key to this team the second half. He just has taken control, and he's led.
His second is money.
Plus, I like his parents. They are the nicest people on earth.
27-point lead for Montana Tech.
As is Michael.
No joke. Montana Tech has outscored the Argos 33-9 in the second half. They have given the University of Providence 9 points.
Well, their help defense from the first half improved a lot more.
Ball stripped away from Husha. And frustration foul as Torgerson grabbed it. And Ushaw will get the foul. He'll check out, and Swanson will come in. So Tech will get the basketball back here. Levi Torgerson down the floor. Torgy, 2 of 4 from the floor. All of those coming from outside the arc. Tech is shooting 38% from the three-point line as a team. Torgerson's going to fire again. Torgy, front of the iron, no good. Argos the other way.
That was the design play.
Chavez rifles it down on the interior. High shot is up and in, as knocking that one down was Atanas. He gets his first field goal in a while. Pick and roll, left side, Michael Ure. Lost the handle, out of bounds. Providence ball.
Had the spin move, just lost suitcase there.
7:27 left to play in the ball game. Atanas and Ure both laughing about it as they make their way down the floor. Connor Machado will check out. Torgerson will check out. 25-point lead. Again, remember, Providence led by 7 at one point in the first half. Tech led by, 4 at half. And they have just absolutely exploded here in this second half, outscoring Providence 33-11. And make that a 2-point shot for Chavez.
You give that kid space, he can knock it down. That's a nice shot.
No joke. 9 points for him. He's 3 of 10 from the floor. Montana Tech, Hayden Decons, leading scorer on the floor. He has 19. He goes to Peffer. Now here on the near side, back to Decons. Double team, goes to the baseline. Cook to Ure, tipped out. Argos the other way. Argos down the floor. Floyd to the wing. 3-point shot, Swanson. And Swanson knocks it down. 6:42 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 20. 70-50 our score. It's a short timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here as we make our way through a Saturday. Frontier Conference action. Let's see if we can get you updated on scores here. Under a minute left. Carroll all over Northern, 80-56. That one's in the Armory. So Carroll looking to get the clean sweep over Northern in Haber.
Yeah, well, I think Northern is really down this year. They have no presence at the post whatsoever. And I think anytime you coach, if you don't have something happening down there, you're going to struggle, and they're struggling.
The other game underway right now. About 4 minutes left to play in this one in Billings. Rocky is up over Western, 67-55. So about the same margin between that game and this game. Again, Montana Tech's defense
came to dance the second half.
Boy, haven't they?
Yeah, they took away the creases and the drives, and that's what they're good at.
This defense just continues to turn the screws on you. Braden Cook in the backcourt. They'll dribble across, trap coming, handoff. We'll go to Keely Bake. Bake at center circle. Looking for a little help here on the near side. Keely. Up top, we've got a shove here is going sliding across the floor was Michael Ure.
Well, he really had the size advantage there, and you might as well foul him because there's no way you're going to stop him at the bucket.
Trey Wasson will pick up the shove call. Wasson, a senior out of Great Falls. And Michael Ure at the line. So Mike shooting the bonus here. The front half is up and in. Mike.
Poor kid gets beat up during the game. He's a tough dude.
Mike is 6 of 7 from the free throw line. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Mike's second is up and good. So Michael Ure.
Going to get a little break here.
He'll check out, and it looks like the Digs are going to call a timeout. Montana Tech leading 72-50. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back here right after. After a quick timeout, Montana Tech leading by 22.
Yeah, Providence is going to have to start shooting some threes.
They are 3 of 23 from beyond the arc today. Chavez in the corner. Chavez fires. That one no good. Okeke grabs another rebound.
He is a great rebounder.
6 rebounds for him today. That number feels awfully low. Rhett Reynolds, far left wing. Rhett backing it up, spins. Oh, and rims out. Does a full rotation and pops out. Back the other way, Providence. The right elbow is Boyd. Boyd controlling. Spins, turns, and fires. Boyd's shot no good. Hayden Decons with a rebound. Down the floor here on the near side. Braden Cook, cross court to Decons, now up top. As controlling is Keely Bake.
They're going to work some clock while they run their stuff.
5:30 left to play here in the ball game. Keely Bake, far left side. Keely 0-4 so far today. Hasn't looked at the rim much. Rhett Reynolds backing it up. Hook shot is up and in.
Nice job, total mismatch there.
Rhett, 1 of 2 from the floor. He has 2 points here today. Argos down the floor the other way. Boyd moves it here on the near side to Wasson. Wasson drives, trying to find an opening up top. John Floyd backs out with it. Down the lane, left-handed, it's up and in for Swanson.
Good take, good ball protection by Swanson.
And the Argos will call a timeout. 4:51 left to play here in the ball game. Diggs up 74-52. So it would appear that Rocky Mountain College and Montana Tech are both well on their way to hanging another one in the win column and being tied at the top of the Frontier Conference. Again, remember, Rocky is here on Saturday. Rocky beat Montana Tech in the Frontier Conference opener in Billings. And we'll see what happens round 2.
Well, in my mind and estimation, they are the 2 best teams in this conference, but I like this Providence team. Tech's bench was just too much for him today, and Michael Muir decided, I'm tired of not scoring in the second half, and he picked it up a notch and has played so well.
4:51 left to play in the ball game. Josh Kulonjis gets the inbound. Kulonjis down the floor into the offensive zone, spins to his right. Drifting right with it. Kulonjis looking on the inside around a screen set by Reynolds. Pass here on the near side, almost knocked away. Heffer able to hold on to it. And it goes to Reynolds. Transfer from the University of Montana. Feeds it inside. Connor Machad got tripped up. Providence the other way. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul as Peffer right on the hip of the Argos player.
Yeah, Machad and Coach Hyatt both wanted a call, but they got their feet tied up and he fell.
Argos inbound to Hobbs, a freshman out of Philly. Hobbs passing left. 3-point shot is on the way, comes up short. Connor Machad tracks it down, and the Orediggers the other way. Montana Tech across the timeline. Machad feeds it on the inside to Reynolds. Reynolds with the left hand, pass up top. Peffer, ball fake. Peffer spins to his right, passes to his right. Reynolds to the baseline. Double team, kicks it out. Good ball fake, step it in. Jump shot from the elbow, no good. Reynolds tracks down the rebound. Montana Tech has just been dominant on the glass today.
Yeah, they've controlled it.
As the Diggs. Underneath, shot is up. Connor Machad tried to tip it in, no good. Back the other way come the Argos. Across the timeline, Floyd. Floyd with the left hand, comes up short. Tipped out, loose, Montana Tech basketball. Down the floor, Levi Torgerson.
That was a great play by Torgerson to keep that ball alive.
Pass goes out left to Kulonjis. Kulonjis spins, and he is wrapped up and fouled as Hobbs grabbed him around the waist. So Josh will go to the foul line. Josh, one of the players adding to the depth at bench here for Montana Tech. Kulonjis 8 points today. He's 2 of 2 from the foul line. Tech is 17 of 20 from the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been shooting the free throw line the last couple games really well.
I was just going to say that has to be close to a high for them this year. Early, it felt like that was kind of their Achilles heel, as they had some trouble from the foul line early. And luckily, that has not been the case in conference play.
Well, they fired me from being the free throw
That
coach.
helps. Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah. Coulonge second. Good. 76-52. Montana Tech with the lead. As down the floor comes Hobbs. Hobbs moves it out on the right side, gets it back.
Taking the 2-3 zone.
Swanson to Hobbs. Hobbs going to drive the lane, kicks it out on the far right wing. Three-point shot is up, out, no good. Big rebound inside lane, Love. So Love getting his first minutes here today. Down the floor, right wing, Coulonges. Bounce pass into Reynolds, almost intercepted. Reynolds turns, fires, won't go. Providence rebound as John Floyd clears it out. Through the middle, Boyd, double team, shot blocked, whistle and a foul. Actually, it was Hobbs, my apologies. So that will be a push call on Reynolds. And at the line, Anthony Hobbs, freshman out of Philadelphia. One of, it looks like 4 freshmen on this, actually 5 freshmen on the roster for the Argos. It's the back of the iron. First is no good for Hobbs. It's funny, they're really top heavy and really bottom heavy, if you will. Not much in the way of sophomore or juniors on this Argos roster. His second is good, so Hobbs goes 1 of 2. Montana Tech up by 23. Coulonges into the offensive side.
No reason to be in a hurry.
Pass. That one's knocked out. And Trey Wasson, the last to touch it. Orediggers basketball in their offensive zone. Connor Machad will look to bring it in. Reynolds up top. Coulonges up there as well. Coulonges breaks for the ball. Josh to the baseline. Through the double team, across to Lane Love. Lane shot no good, but Lane's going to go to the foul line. So Lane will go to the stripe here for the Digs. 23-point lead for Montana Tech. And Love at the line. Shooting 2. His first here is up and good.
Is that his first Tech point?
No, I don't believe so,
No,
to be honest.
he scored before.
Yep.
He's going to be a good one.
He is. Had a heck of a career in high school and get his feet under him here. Down the floor the other way. Cross-court pass. Buccignani. 3 ball is up and in for Wasson. 21-point advantage here for the Digs. 2:08 left to play. Lane Love across midcourt. Passes lefts. Out on the wing deep. Coulonges. Reynolds. Around a screen. Great bounce pass that
Beautiful
time.
Beautiful pick and roll.
My goodness, Owen Long feeds it down to Rhett Reynolds, and Reynolds converts. Tech by 23. Ball moving here on the near side. Argos. 4 wide. Around a screen, baseline. Pass intercepted by Coulonges. Outlet down the floor. It's up, and 2-hand slam for Owen Long.
He was due for one this season. That's a great look, great pass to him, perfect pass.
Owen Long hammers it home off the assist from Coulonges. Argos the other way. That one's knocked out. Connor Machad almost got the steal. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 1:16 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech up 81-56. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back after this. 81-56 our score as the Orediggers up over the Argos. Frontier Conference action here on a Saturday. Thanks for joining us on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, as we are closing in on the end of this one. Again, a reminder is the Digs are home Thursday and Saturday next week. Northern will be in town on Thursday. Women at 5, the men will follow at 7. We'll have those games for you here on Digger Vision. Then on Saturday, we'll swap over and the Battling Bears will be here. The women will play at 2, the men will follow at 4 o'clock. Argos looking to bring it in. Bounce pass comes up top. Controlling is Hobbs. Hobbs moving right. Sends him in motion, near side to Floyd. Floyd across to Hobbs. Hobbs through the double team. Pull-up shot is up and short. Big rebound hauled down by Noah Dowler. Freshman from up to Kalispell. Pass goes wide left side to Bridger Vogel. Vogel. Bounce pass comes here on the near side to Love. Lane Love steps back. Moves it up top. Mashad all the way across. 3 ball is up and out for long. Montana Tech tracks it down. Vogel has it. To Love. Back here on the near side. Vogel. Double teamed. Up top to Vogel. Coach Hyatt hollering at him to get moving.
He wants him to get better.
Ball goes up, stripped away, loose. Mashad grabs it. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
At this point, irrelevant. Yeah, he's coaching them up. You know, I always call it the ABCs to my coaching staff. Always be coaching. If you're up 40, down 40, always be coaching. Make the players better.
Yeah, the minutes are incredibly important. As Hobbs comes into the offensive zone. They feed it into the high post. 3 ball is up and out. Rebound tips. Montana Tech will get the win. The Digs get the 81-56 win over the Argos. The Argos fall to 9-9 overall, 3-2 in Frontier Conference play. The Digs move to 16-2 overall, and they jump to 4-1 in Frontier Conference play. A dominant win, especially in the second half here tonight.
It was, but the score means nothing to me as a coach. This is going to be a dangerous Argo team come to the tournament. Tech, right now, the credit goes to the changes that they made at halftime defensively, and their bench was powerful today. Michael Ure had a great second half, and it was just fun to be as an old coach to see all the changes that were made and how they picked up their end of the defense, and they just dominated the second half.
The Argos shot 39% as a team. They were led by Boyd Jr. with 12 points on the day. Bowles gets into double digits with 10. Chavez with 9. Then you have Wright with 8. Swanson with 5. Wasson with 3. And Hobbs gets 1 point on the day for the Argos out of the University of Providence. They pulled down 25 rebounds. They were out-rebounded by Montana Tech, 47-25 by the time it came to close.
Tech clearly dominated the boards.
On the other side, Montana Tech led by Hayden Decons. Decons puts up 19 points on the day. He was 8 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 3 from downtown. Decons added 6 rebounds to that tally as well. Michael Ure, 14 points. Afanye Okeke in double digits with 12. Josh Koulangas and Connor Mashad both off the bench with 10 points here today. Both freshmen stepping up in a big way.
Yeah, and what you tell your team when the Argos going in that locker room, you let them calm down a little bit so in case anybody's upset. Now you know how good we got to get. That's how good we have to get. And the people that are coming off the bench, you've got to get better. And so there's not a lot of conversation to be had. They got beat up a little bit today, but they weren't 3-1 coming into this game for nothing. They are a dangerous basketball team.
That's the truth. Torgerson with 6 points on the day. Rhett Reynolds with 4. Owen Long with 1. And Lane Love gets 1 here on the day as the Digs get the win. 81-56. Providence goes to 9-9 overall, 3-2 in Frontier Conference play. Montana Tech 16-2 and 4-1 in Frontier Conference play. And again, they'll be back at home next week, Thursday and Saturday. Northern Thursday, Rocky on Saturday. Going to be a couple of big ones at home next week.
You know, they're all big ones in this conference, and you got to hold home court. You have to.
81-56 our final. The Digs get the clean sweep over the Argos here tonight as the ladies got a big win earlier in the evening. For John Thatcher, I'm Paul Panisco. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday, and until next time, take care.